To be called, I want to make sure I get it right. To be called is one who is able. I'm able to do it. I'm able to do it. But to be chosen, I'm willing. I will do it. I will do it. I'm able, and I will. I'm able, but I won't. I'm able, but I'm just not going to do it. Then you move from chosen to called. And you move from called to partial obedience. God would not call you, and you're not able, and he will cause you to be willing. That's the reason he called you, because you can become willing. You're not willing because you will not yield to be willing to be chosen. You see, everybody is called, but it takes something to be willing to be chosen. You see, you're not chosen because of the gift. You're chosen because you say, Lord, make me chosen. Hey, come on. You're not automatically, you're willing to be made to be chosen. And so what am I saying? Moses right here is saying, I know my gifts. Don't ask me to do that. You already know I can't talk. So now he's arguing with God, because he's telling God he don't have sense enough to know that he doesn't have eloquent speech. And then he thinks God don't have enough sense to know that Aaron speaks very fluent. So he called himself getting God told, just like some of y'all do when he tell y'all don't do certain things, and you going to tell him what you going to do, how you going to do it, when you going to do it, and who you going to do it with. And God says, let me tell you one thing. You have just gotten out of the category of being chosen. You go back over there, call with your little self, because you going to learn sooner or later you will yield to what I say. Just take, for instance, God called you into salvation. When he called you into salvation, he called you into holiness. And the chosen part say, be ye holy. Separate yourself. I'm human. I got feelings. I love him, but I'm getting older. Just turn. And I don't have much time left. So he know I love him. And he said he forgive me over and over. So I just have to help him out. I have to help him help me. Help him help me. He said, I want you to want to live right. I'm not going to make you live right. I want you to want to be made holy. I'm not going to make you holy. I'm not going to make you clean. I'm not going to make you this. I want you to want to be made to be that. So look, I just want to show y'all Moses a little bit here. Moses gets beside himself. You know why he gets beside himself? Because he realizes his gifts. And he done got caught up in his gifts. Everybody, Moses. And it's Moses. But Moses got a soul. Moses got to go before God. And God deal with Moses, not the people. God deal with Moses one-on-one. So look what Moses does. Verse 9. Verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, "Oh, my Lord, I'm not eloquent, neither heretofore." I mean, he just, and don't you know? I mean, come on. I mean, he says that statement, now heretofore. Like, don't you understand God? None of us do that, right? Some of us tell God heretofore. "Nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue." Moses just got himself into big trouble. Moses went from total obedience to partial obedience. And guess what? God dealt with Moses for the very words that he said, for the very attitude that he had, because he went from one phase into another. He went from chosen to called. Come on, somebody. What did Moses do? Moses began to push God. How many of you are pushing God? Some of y'all are pushing God right now. You're pushing him right to the brink of getting ready to go crazy with some of y'all. Mm-hmm. You have pushed him to the limit. And he will be pushed a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit. But at one point, he said, "Don't push me no more." What am I saying? It's the same thing as tempting God. And the word of God says, "Tempt not the Lord thy God." You already know what's right, you know what's wrong, but you keep on pushing it. Remember when we were kids and our parents said, "You know what, you're pushing it? I tell you, you're pushing it. I'm trying to tell you, you pushing it. One more time." Don't our parents, and they even warn us, they're so nice. They said, don't tilt it now. And that devil said, "You know what, they don't mean that. They ain't going to get up and do nothing." Child, let me tell you. I remember my Nikki, she came home from school one day. I was working at night, trying to get adjusted. I have all the shades down. Anybody do night work? God bless you. I tell you, I had a rough time trying to work all night. I put all the shades down and tried to make it dark. I mean, no, that still ain't nighttime. It's something about your body is supposed to sleep at night. It is not supposed to be up and whatever. So I had this job at night, and I was trying to get some sleep. And she came in from school, and I said, "How you doing?" She said, "Fine." She said, I'm hungry." I said, "Okay, get you a sandwich." I said, "Go ahead and get you a sandwich." "No, you get up and fix it." I said to myself, no, she didn't really say that. I was just imagining things. I said, she didn't really. I said, "What you said?" She said, "I just come home from school and I'm hungry. You get up and fix me a sandwich." She had me dying. She said, "Mom," she said, "all I could hear was just, whoa, whoa, whoa." I ran down the hallway. I was like, whoa, whoa, like a female hawk. She said all she can remember, I grabbed her in the neck. She said, "I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry." She said, "I don't want no sandwich. I'm not hungry no more." I said, "Don't you ever." I don't know. It's like I jumped out of that bed like lightning, and I was on my way down the hall. She never did that again. Pushed it. She pushed it. That's what happened when you push somebody. You push them to that last brink, and then they go off. So Moses was pushing God.